Let me play what happened with E. Jean Carroll because it's going to go to whether he can satisfy anybody's mind about that allegation.
This woman, I don't know her. I never met her. I have no idea who she is. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me. And we had this great chemistry. We're walking into a crowded department store. We had this great chemistry. And a few minutes later, we end up in a room, a dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman, right near the cash register. And then she found out there were locks on the door. So she said, I found one that was open. She found one. She learned this at trial. She found one that was open. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes, you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay? I don't know if she was married then or not. John Johnson, I feel sorry for you, John Johnson.
He is the only man that could get applause from a crowd in politics, telling that reckoning of that story based on the nature of the allegation and what a jury just found.
I don't know about that, but he should have testified on his own behalf in that trial.
Yep.
He should have looked the jury in the eye and said, this is bull.
Yep.
And told that story or whatever other story he wanted to tell it on television and not show up to the trial, put himself in jeopardy. So I don't care about that because no one knows, I don't know, and you don't know what happened. I care about facts. And the problem with Donald Trump is that he can't focus on what's important going forward. And that's why he probably, I don't know about probably, because Biden's so horrendous that if Trump wins the nomination, which he might beat Biden, because by that time, things are getting worse and worse in this country. But anyway, Trump should be looking to advance the ball, but he's not. He's just obsessed with things that don't matter. And he should have gone in and looked at the jury and said, I did not do this. The whole contention is absurd, or whatever he wanted to say, all right? And then the cross-examination, Trump is glib. He could have handled a lawyer, and that's it. That's what he should have done.
I'll tell you what, I hear you, I agree with you, but the reason he has never testified is that when you do see him in a deposition, he stinks. They trip him up all the time. He says stupid stuff like he did in this deposition. He literally pointed at a picture of E. Jean Carroll and thought it was Marla Maples. I mean, that is dumb to the nth degree. It means that he didn't prep at all. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.